Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Week 9 voiceover. This couple of clips I'm going to show here are from 2 weeks ago, and hopefully I will have others to show. If not, I will find some and add them to this voiceover. But this first example is excellent because it shows the need for dead ball awareness. And on pass plays, too often, and I know as a referee, the temptation is to watch the flight of the ball. And the referees need to stay with the quarterback. There's no reason we have to look downfield on a long pass. And the umpire doesn't have to look downfield. His mechanic is to turn on short passes so he can help rule on trap balls, incomplete passes that are facing him. So that's the mechanic. On this long pass, and you'll see the umpire slowly turning to watch the result of the play while there are players still that need to be watched. So it's a drop back pass, deep. All right, now here's the players, and there's a group of them. There's probably about 9 or 10 players there that somebody needs to be watching them. The referee has got nothing else to look at, so he should be watching this. The umpire does not need to turn, and you'll see him start to turn. All right, and here comes the shove, and this was a pretty good hit. I'll run it in full speed so you can see it. Boom. So that was a punch. That's almost worth an ejection there. But it wasn't called because I'm sure everyone else, the head linesman, the referee, the line judge, are all looking down here when there are 3 people down there watching this action. Nobody's watching these guys here. So we need to be better at the dead ball awareness. This is a good teaching play because it shows keys and it shows who we should be watching when it's a running play rather than a pass play. This looks like a formation where strength is to the head linesman's side because the back is to his side. There are 2 receivers on the top of the screen and 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen. You can't see the number 1 receiver. So this is the way I am interpreting this. The side judge has number 1, the back judge has number 2 to the head linesman's side, and the head linesman has the back out of the backfield. You're going to see that the number 2 receiver to the top of the screen goes in motion. Okay, now the run's coming here. You can see that the back judge's key immediately comes inside. That is a red flag. Is this guy going to block below the waist? Well, he doesn't. He tries to block above the waist. Now, where the problem is going to come is right here at the point of attack. Now, you'll see the side judge touch his waist and that's who he's supposed to be watching. Right now, it looks like his line of sight is going in this direction. It looks like he's looking here and not looking here, and that's his key. That's who he should be watching. And you can see it's right at the point of attack. And you can see that the back judge touches waist. So it tells me that he may be looking at number 24 being blocked. I'm not sure. Now he looks like he's trying to find the ball. And that's not what we need to be doing. There are no lead blockers in front of this guy. Well, there is a lead blocker, I'm sorry. But now the ball is gone. The head linesman can help with this action over here now. And you'll see from the end zone view, so this is a big play. Down to the 15-yard line. So that's a big play. You'll get a better look at it at the hold from this angle. It's going on right here. And somebody might argue it like that this is not really at the point of attack, and but it is a takedown. That is a takedown. And that's something we should call, regardless of whether it's at the point of attack or not. It looks like the referee is looking in that direction, but I would say the head linesman and the side judge should have had a flag on this. That's wrestling. This is a good instructional play. I want to start from the beginning here. It looks like this is a balanced formation, so the back judge's key is this guy who goes in motion. Even though he's still in the backfield. He hasn't come outside the tackle yet. So the keys haven't really changed yet. And you'll see what happens here is it's a flare out pass. And now where should we be looking? The umpire should be looking at this one-on-one block right in front of him. This lineman here is a guard who has gone out into the flat, and I believe the tackle is right here. So the referee is looking at the quarterback. He has just thrown the pass, so he's got to protect him. And you'll see that there's a block in the back right at the point of attack, right when the runner goes by. This has got to be seen by the head linesman. And there's who should be looking at this, and the guy wipes him out as the runner goes by him. We'll look at it from the end zone. You get a much clearer look at what people are looking at. So you can see that the tackle, number 65, and number 71 both go out for a screen pass. So right now, I just wanted to comment on the umpire who should be, you can see that the umpire is looking straight ahead. There's looks like a double team over here, and one of his keys is this guard right here is going out for the screen pass. So it takes a little bit of savvy and to say, okay, what's happening here? My key just went out to the left. I would want my umpire to be looking over here right now, rather than he's looking at number 50 in the quarterback. That's not where I would want the umpire to be looking. Even you can see even now as the ball is being thrown, it appears he's still looking at the quarterback. This is the guy that's going to have the block in the back, and you'll see that it's clearly a block in the back. This guy would have made the tackle. That we have to get that. The head linesman has to get that. I would say the side judge has got all these players here in front of him. So he's not able to see that, although he can help with that, but not in this case. I think these guys are definitely shielding him from seeing this action here. So the referee is protecting the quarterback. I think that the head linesman is the only one that can get this, but it's something that a good discussion point. This is a play that's going to go for a short gain in the where there's a possible hold on number 43. This number 43 makes the tackle and it goes for about a 2-yard gain. So there's a question here of should this hold have been called? Was it a hold? Bill believes it is a hold. And if you watch, it looks like the center comes out and tackles number 43. All right, it looks like he's got a hold of his leg right there. The problem, I think, is that the umpire is not turning to the point of attack. The umpire needs to be looking exactly at these two guys right here, because this this block over here really has nothing to do with the play. So you can immediately let go of that guy. It also looks like this block right here is okay. So there's the point of attack, and you can see 43 gets up and actually helps with the tackle. So Bill believes that's a hold, and I just want to emphasize that we need to be, once the play starts to evolve, we need to be moving to the point of attack, because that's where the difference is going to be made if there is a hold. He's going to spring a guy, or it's a takedown. Those are the ones we need to call. And Bill believes that hold should have been called. There's a couple of things I want to talk about on this play. This is an interception. So the first thing I want to mention is reverse mechanics. I know as a former head linesman, you're conditioned to stay with the ball, get the spot. But on an interception or a punt, the head linesman now have goal line and should immediately start retreating in that direction when there is an interception. And you'll also, on this play, there is a late hit, which again is dead ball officiating, and we need to get it. And I'll stop it when, okay, there's the interception, and you can see the head linesman now is not moving. He needs to react immediately. And now he's following the play. He needs to get ahead of this play. And you can even run. Not the site, I believe it's the field judge, is much too far away. He's never going to catch up to this play to get the spot. So I would say that the mechanics here are not bad. It would have been better if the head linesman could have gotten ahead and then come back and got the spot. But you're going to see the late hit take place right from this guy here. Cheap shot. Who should be down there looking? Well, it looks like the umpire has got to hustle, and the line judge is also has to be looking at this. You'll see that the umpire is walking rather than at least jogging. There are all these players that somebody needs to be watching. Again, we're leaving too many players unwatched, and you're going to see it right here. This guy is going to clean this lineman's clock from behind, a block in the back, cheap shot, unsportsmanlike conduct, and the line judge, had to see that. The umpire needed to see that. So we got to make that call. That really engenders ill will and gets on the film the next week, and justifiably so. This next play happens after the play is dead, or just as it's being blown dead. You'll see that number 29 here is not the ball carrier, and a defender goes into the pile and takes him and throws him to the ground. Bill believes the referee should have had this call. Should have been unsportsmanlike. Okay, there's the quarterback has the ball. It's a quarterback sneak. Obviously, short distance play. Number 29 is just standing there, and now the defender takes him, pulls him off the pile, and throws him to the ground. And the play is still alive. Bill thinks that should be called. This is one of those plays that you hope you never become involved in a game. This is very similar to the Miami Duke finish with an extra wrinkle here. So I'll go through it, and I'll try to zoom in and slow it down. Okay, so here's the guy picks it up. He actually makes a great run back. So right here, he knows he's going to get tackled. He's looking for somebody to give the ball to. And right here, he flips it to this guy who's standing in front of him. All right, so that's a forward forward pass. I would call it a forward pass, but the ball continues in play with a flag, and there is a flag on the play. The looks like actually two flags. Looks like the line judge and the line judge and the field judge have a flag on this play, and it's now the guy throws the ball across the other side of the field. Now look at what's happening here. This guy runs right by the head linesman. You'll see it right here. Here he comes off the bench. You hear about this, but I've never seen it. This is the first time I've ever seen a guy come off the bench and make the tackle. So there should have been a flag there. All right, so there would have been offsetting penalties, and there would have been a re-kick. So that's definitely something we got to get. The side official, the head linesman, definitely should have had a flag there. I'm showing this play because you'll see the play clock go down to 0 and the back judge does not throw a flag. Now, other officials may say, well, if I see that, can I throw a flag? And the answer is, you better throw a flag. In this game, you'll see it goes down to 0, no flag, no flag. Oh, now the flag comes in from the field judge. And that was what you would call a crew-saving, it was a crew-saving call, because in the next play I'm going to show, the same thing happened, and the back judge missed the delay, and you'll see what happens at the end of the play. In this play, the play clock again goes down to 0. You can't really see it. I don't know where the play clock is in this, but the play clock has gone to 0. Really can't see it here, but you can see the result of the play, a touchdown. And you know when that happens, this play is going to get sent in. And the thing is, was there another deep guy that saw that clock go to 0? And if there was, shame on him for not throwing a flag to bail out the back judge who should have had the flag. On this play, there is a flag thrown, and I believe it is for defensive pass interference. You'll watch it's between these two players right here. The only thing that I can see that it's possible is offensive pass interference. You'll see right there, it looks like there's contact. All right, the ball is not thrown. The ball is not in the air. And the rules are very clear on this. In order to have defensive pass interference, the ball needs to be in the air. That's a key here in this play, is that the ball is not in the air yet. So this contact that's happening right here is legal unless you deem the offensive player is picking this defender. But really, there's nothing there, and you see the flag come in for I believe it was defensive pass interference, and there was really nothing there. So Bill believes nothing should be called on that play. A late hit was called on this play, and it really looks questionable as who initiated the contact. The ball was rolling on the sideline, so the whistle and the contact probably came at the same time. My advice is, and Bill agrees with this, don't be looking for trouble. It looks like both players initiated the contact on this. There it is right there. And I'll run it a little slower, and you can see that this is not a blindside block. The ball is right here. It's still rolling, just rolled out of bounds. So this player here has no idea that this play has been blown dead. And it looks like the player in the dark uniform probably made a harder hit on the defender and knocked him down. And the foul was called on the white player. So I would say that was a definite pass. Looked bad, but it was a pass. Okay, in this play, you're going to see a fumble well after progress was stopped, and it's interesting. I don't see any beanbags down on this play yet. The head linesman and line judge are going back and marking the fumble where the fumble was recovered. So I'll stop it. Okay, there's where his progress is stopped right there. It's a 48-yard line. Being driven back, and right there is where this player rips the ball out of his hand. So the whole pile is moving backwards. And you'll see, I don't see a beanbag from anyone. And yet, forward progress is being marked. So Bill believes this shouldn't have been called. There's a late hit on this play called. It was called. Doesn't look like there's anything there. It was called by one of these guys making the tackle. Can't see, whereas it's a late hit. Looks like both guys. Bill doesn't believe that's a late hit and shouldn't have been called. This is another play that's a good example of looking where we're supposed to be looking. This play is going to go to the top of the screen. It's a running play, and you're going to see one of the offensive linemen throw a guy down away from the play. Typically, if you're going to call holding, you're not going to call this play as holding, but when you see what the guy did, he threw him down and almost looked like a horse collar tackle. I think we got to call this, and it's got to be called by the offside official. Again, watching all those players that are out of the view of the referee and the umpire. There it is, pulls him down from behind. I'll show it again from the, okay, you'll see it take place over on the left of the screen. Here he is. I think we got to call that. That's, again, one of those plays that engenders ill will. This is a call on the field, was a pick play, and you'll see that this inside receiver makes contact. It's ever so slight, but it's enough to cause separation between him and this receiver here. So I'll run it in fast motion. And it's thrown by the head linesman. Remember, there has to be contact, so it's very hard to see if there's contact. The head linesman is the closest person to this play, so it definitely looked like he tried to block him, and that there was something that caused that defender to divert his path. That's all I have for this week. Just to review, there are a couple of plays that Billy really feels strongly about, and that shouldn't be happening, especially this late in the season. One is the missed delay of game. Play resulted in a touchdown, very crucial there. The other egregious miss was the player coming off the bench making a tackle, which should have been the side judge and head linesman both should have seen that. Um, and the play where the runner was stopped and the ball was ripped out as he was moving backwards, Billy really feels strongly that that should have been called. So week 10's coming up. All the games are much more important right now, although they're always important, but they mean more right now. So we have to be ready for, especially those plays like the kickoff and the play in the game where the guy came off the bench, the ball was thrown all over the place. I think it was great that we got the forward lateral, had two flags on that, but the breakdown of the guy coming off the bench making the tackle makes it all look terrible. So let's make great calls this week and have a good game.